What is up, everybody? Tuberverse here today. So we're going to talk about this Xbox Live outage people have been experiencing, and how people are just doing the most with this whole situation right here. So apparently, people have been having issues logging on Xbox Live, playing games, downloading games, or playing their games even offline with the console. Since Xbox is this whole cloud gaming, I guess like uh move just to do cloud gaming. It's like mess with their service and like that. So people have been reporting out. People have been reporting that they can't play these games even offline mode on Xbox. So I didn't know this was a thing, so I looked on the internet because I was mostly out the day that this whole outage was supposed to happen. I was mostly outside of my. I actually left my apartment that day. I went to my apartment, but people were like really just going on like this is one of the worst things ever. How can Xbox do this? Xbox needs to get rid of this DRM situation. All this other stuff like this. I'm like, I really didn't care because it didn't affect me. And most of the people I see were like the blue check marks, the social media, and gaming influencers were so outraged about this. Well, most of these people got multiple consoles. They live in an area where the internet is pretty much stable. So I'm like, this is kind of a fake outrage in my opinion. Like people are really, people are really like doing the most of this whole situation. It's like it was a day at most, if it was actually a day. And then when I tried to play some games on Xbox, they would work they would work perfectly fine. It was like a situation where I was playing like Trek to Yomi, and it like logged off the game and said you need to be connected or something like that. And I was like, I just pressed OK and it just went right through it. So I don't know what that was about, but I can still play the game if I want to play the game. So and it feels like if it was, let's just say if it was out for the entire day, most of you people got multiple consoles, so it couldn't have been that big of a deal. Pretty sure you got multiple hobbies besides just gaming. So I just don't see why grown men are literally just this upset about this situation like this, to be honest. So let me see some of the posts I was seeing on Twitter about this. So this person says reason number 5,767 not to game on a PlayStation, saying you should game on Xbox because of this outage right here. When it's like, are we really gonna forget when PlayStation Network was down for like 23 days, almost a month in 2011, and they had to give out 2 free games like Little Big Planet Infamous back then because the service was out for almost a month. So people are really trying to go in about this 1 day outage if it was an actual day. Meanwhile, PlayStation had 23 days of their internet service not working. So it's kind of ridiculous. If you compare the two, it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. But people are adamant about this whole DRM situation. I was like, I just don't care that much. I live in a big city. The internet is never going to really go out like that. The internet goes out rarely where I'm at right now, so I don't really care too much about this whole DRM situation. It's like, I'm definitely gonna keep buying digital because people were definitely trying to make a movement why you shouldn't buy digital games or you shouldn't buy I don't know, digital content, or like, what does the guy say? All I see people do here on Twitter is praise all digital, installing games, no real physical games, digital only systems, etc. Not so great now, is it? Not so he's pretty much like rejoicing that people buy games digital, and the digital console having an issue with it. I was like, that's the reality that's going to happen. People are going to go all digital. It's like, why have the clutter of these game cases? That's like, why deal with that? We can just have all digital. You just instantly go to the game that you want to go to. So I don't see a problem with that. And people are just doing the most, like, they're rejoicing about this news because people want to go all digital. It's like, if you want to go all digital, that's your prerogative. Like, why do you care at the end of the day? And it's like, well, like I said, most people got multiple consoles, so why do they care? They really, I just see this as a non-issue, to be honest. And what did this guy say? Y'all didn't listen to me about Xbox/Microsoft and their DRM practices. Well, now you'll be in a video. And I was like, do we really care, to be honest? It was like, I mean, I'm just not gonna do like this whole fake fight the power, fight against Microsoft type of energy. But it's like, I got multiple consoles. I don't really care if the Xbox was out. I could play on PlayStation if I really wanted to. I was like, I know, and I'm pretty sure most people got multiple consoles. So it's like, who truly cares? I don't know. These are just my thoughts about this situation right here. So let's see if people gotta say. I'm curious what people gotta say about any of this stuff, about any of these situations right here. Ever since you guys did this, yeah, nothing with server issues, which means this was a success. Okay. Something with Fortnite being going to cloud game was like a big push they did too. I keep seeing people saying Xbox Live is down, but it's been working perfectly fine for me. Yeah, and it's like, and it's kind of like we kind of in the time period, we kind of season where it's kind of like it's nice outside too. The weather's nice. The pandemic is not it's not over, but you can go out places out wearing masks and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, yeah, you really want to be inside a whole day? I mean, I like video games too, but you gotta enjoy some of the hobbies, man. It's like I'm not seeing all this outrage that should be happening. I was like, go outside. What they say, touch grass. It's like a lot of people should be touching grass, going outside, doing something productive. I love video games, but there's other stuff you can do besides playing a video game all day. Like, didn't the new Doctor Strange movie just come out? With this big movie? It's like, I don't know. People just really upset about this Xbox thing, though. I am trying to launch a game that I already own, but I still can't play it. It's telling me that I need to sign into an account that bought the game. Anyone else having this issue? It's because the Xbox servers have gone crash, bang, wallop, multiplayer games, single player games, anything that's been digitally downloaded cannot be played at the moment. Okay. And like I said, I was playing Trek to Yomi. That game was working just fine, so I don't know if I was playing after the outrage, I guess the outage happened or what, but it was working just fine yesterday, so. LOL, outages happened. The amount of weird Sony people posting is hilarious. Remember when PSN went down for like a month? Yeah, I definitely remember that. I remember the free games I got when that thing was over with, so I definitely remember that. Yeah, I remember when we didn't have this problem with the 360. We could just put the disc in and load the game. Look at us now. That's like, bro, I just wanted to play games on my day off. This should be like the #1 thing they prevent from happening. I guess, man. If you just want to play a video game, I don't know. Yeah, just help me figure out who bought my games so I can sign them in. Currently, play Halo Infinite have been for a few hours. So this guy says he's playing video games the whole time. This whole supposedly post been out. Let's see. Absolutely ridiculous. We pay good money for memberships and consoles and receive poor Xbox support service. I thought we had resolved this issue. I just wanted to enjoy my weekend off and play some games. I am fed up with Xbox being so unreliable. Really? Like, how long has Xbox been around? This is one day, like, at most. Like, okay. Unreliable. I played on Xbox for 20 years. I could count on one hand the amount of times we have had a problem. Yeah, it's that few. Man got home early from work, can't wait to relax and play some Xbox. The Xbox server says no. We need a free month of Ultimate for one day. Wow. Meanwhile, your internet service provider goes out constantly. And do you ask them for a free month when the internet goes out? Okay. I don't think you do. This is getting ridiculous, Xbox. I didn't pay $800 on the black market for my Xbox X not to be able to play whenever I want. Be better. Some of these kind of like joke comments. It's like obviously sarcastic, but people were doing the most about this situation. Like, as a grown adult, I don't really care that much, bro. It's like I could do so many other things when the internet is down, when the servers are down. It's like, who cares at the end of the day? I'm not gonna be anti-digital games, anti-digital gaming, and all this other nonsense. It's like it goes out. It's like, get over it. It just happens. Like, my internet goes out occasionally, but I'm not gonna cry about it. It's like I'm gonna do something else in the meantime till it comes back. It's like most of us are all adults here. It's like we get this stuff doesn't work all the time. It's like, get over it. But yeah, those are just my thoughts about this. It's like, I didn't really want to make a video about this, but I see that this is getting a lot of traction, that people are just talking about this, like this whole like fight the power system, like this is just the most awful, or the most horrible thing ever to happen. The internet being out for a day, the service being out for a day is like the most worst thing ever. It's like, it is still not as bad as the 2011 PlayStation Network outage. It's still not as bad as that, so. I'm just gonna leave it as that. I definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Maybe you think it's a bigger deal. Maybe we should make a bigger deal than it needs to be. I don't know. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.